Let that have been my mom. It's up and it's stuck like glue, stuck like a shake and go wig on an average bitch in the 80s. It's up. YouTube, what's up, baby? It's your favorite antisocial extrovert, your favorite little awkward black boy, Blake DUPREE, back at it again. You know, I'm trying to get y'all consistency, but this weekend, I ain't gonna hold y'all. I had a wedding on Friday night, photo shoot Saturday morning, baby shower Saturday afternoon, had to babysit, well, teenage sit, just let her see this, Saturday night. Sunday, I go see Hell's Kitchen in downtown with my mom and my little sister. So I promised y'all I was gonna be consistent. I'm being as consistent as life will allow me to be. Capitalism whipping my ass and just life whipping my ass. You know, not always in a bad way, but just, you know, a little love tap here and there is what life has been giving me. And you know what's been crazy with these love taps? I'm not the only one receiving them. Okay. I want to get right into the things. There was a young man, 17 years old, got caught sneaking up a grown man up in his mama's house, and she gave a bunch of love taps to everybody involving except for herself with a metal ass bat. Now, I want to put my glasses on, so I'll be right back, okay?
Why the table fall? Why all that shit fall? Who just left up out of my motherfucking house?
Nobody's in there.
Who just left up out of here?
Nobody's in there.
Get your motherfucking ass!
I'm sorry.
Get out! Get your bitch ass out of my house! Get your
Okay.
bitch ass out of my house!
Uh,
Get your bitch ass out of my house, nigga! Get your... You playing? You playing? You still doing that tight shit? Why that nigga in here? Why that nigga in here? Why that nigga...
So I gave y'all that little snippet while I went and changed and put on my glasses, and as y'all can see, she was whooping ass, and most would say rightfully so. I just don't agree with having a whole metal bat on deck for your own kid, but I do definitely agree for having a metal bat on deck for anybody who is an intruder in your house. Okay, whether your son let him in or not, because your son did not pay the bills. And that is correct. Light that grown ass man up. And I don't know what's going on with these kids, because I just seen the video of the children jumping on a mother who suffers from sickle cell and looks to be visibly pregnant, and her children while they were just trying to come home from school. Oh, I'm so glad the state of Chicago is on one foot, one band, one sound to find them kids and whip their parents and whip they ass. Oh, we're going to come back to that. Put a pin in that. We focusing on the first one right there. You know, I will say, the girls are saying that the mom was using the F word and the B word to discipline her son. There apparently is a part 2 somewhere on the internet. I cannot find it. And I'm mostly looking on TikTok. And, you know, TikTok flags that word like it's nobody's business. Even when I use the F word, TikTok's like, oh, no, girl. Take down, shadow bound for 3 months. Banishment. Depart from me. But I will also say I'm somebody, I don't agree with always posting your disciplinary actions towards your children online. A, because it opens you up for critique and criticism, and it opens your child up to be embarrassed by his peers. Like, I think a lot of parents forget how harsh kids can be to other kids. 17, 7, it don't matter. In the school system, kids are evil. And I'm pretty sure your son goes to public school, and those bitches have it a lot more worse than our private school peers. It's just the truth. It's just the truth. I think a lot of parents intertwine discipline with degrading. I don't know. I saw a video of a man who did get arrested for whooping his son on live. And I just like, what's the point? Like, whooping your son is one thing, but to post your son on live, and he's clearly, everybody has a phone these days, including his friends. They're going to see this and they're going to clown him. So it's not going to make his behavior increase. It's probably going to kill his confidence. He's probably going to not like you when he's older. And then you're going to wonder why you're in a nursing home and the Affordable Care Act is out the door. So you're going to be in the shittiest nursing home of all time, if that, with CNAs who got their certification by ChatGPT, because you decided when little Bobby was 8 and was acting up in class, you was going to whoop his ass on Facebook Live for the world to see. You see how one action can cause a chain reaction of consequences for you, trying to give a consequence to your child? You know, that's just me. There are so many videos of black parents going on live, posting home camera footage, rolling up in kids' classrooms just to degrade their child on live. And it feels like they're living out a degrade kink than actually disciplining their child. You know, it's the one thing to beat your baby, but it's another thing to post it for the world to see. And I'm sorry, I will be standing firm on that. I'm not a parent, but one thing I will never do, I'm never posting me disciplining my child. Y'all don't think celebrities who claim, oh, they be beating their kids. These kids be bad as hell. Kids is bad. Even the goodest of kids will make you lose your religion for 2 seconds. Every kid has got a whooping in their life, okay? It just is what it is. But parents know better than to post their child, because digital footprint is forever and it's real. So you've now posted a video that you and your child now have to live with forever. Because why? I don't know. I feel like a lot of parents are chasing clout when they post their kids and they disciplining their kids like that. I'm sorry. I think clout is a hell of a drug and it affects parents too. And to that mother, I want to ask the question: do you think your son's status of him being gay affected the way you chose to discipline your child? Like, clearly, I can tell by the way she was swinging that back. I can believe the rumors of her calling her son the F word, the B word, catching that man in her house. And I want to ask, if that boy brought in a girl, would you still be using that metal bat as harsh as you were? It's just a question. I'm just putting it out there. I personally don't think you would have. You know, a lot of women uphold a lot of homophobia in the community. Men started that shit. Well, the white man started that shit. Let's be clear. But there are a lot of women in the African American community who cater to homophobia, which caters to white supremacy. And I do have to agree with, if that boy brought a girl home, or even if that boy brought a grown ass woman home, the consequences wouldn't have been so harsh. I remember when I was about 7 years old, right? And 2 years prior, my father told me that I could be anything in this world except for gay. That's a conversation. That's a sentence that did come out of his mouth. We are healed now. He's the coolest thing since sliced bread. He wants to know who I'm dating, who I'm with at all times. Like, he's an ally now. He's cool. But growing up, the way he grew up and the way I was growing up, it was the norm to be homophobic. It was a part of your parental responsibilities. It was a part of your duty to have a black son. You better be homophobic. You better tell him that he cannot be gay. So he did that, right? 2 years later, when I'm about 7 years old, the family was having family movie night. Everybody was asleep but me. And Roscoe Jenkins had gone off, I believe it was HBO. Back in the day, PORN used to come on the television screen after a certain hour. So this is like HBO After Dark or whatever, some shit. And so I'm seeing images and videos, all of heterosexual, all of white too. And I'm just like, why is this man beating up this girl in this way in this bathroom? I'm so confused. I'm just a child. I'm not intrigued by this. It's not doing anything to my body, but I've never seen people fight like this. My dad awakens out of his slumber. He sees me watching the PORN. Now, he does turn off the TV, but he looked at me and he says, "My nigga," and turns it off. Mind you, 2 years prior, he told me I could be anything in this world but a gay man. And look, he got a punk son who will never watch straight white porn ever again in a day in his life. It just goes to what I'm saying. Like, I think a lot of people who have queer kids and discipline their queer kids on live for the world to see, they are addicted to clout and they are homophobic because they are in denial of the fact that they grew up homophobic. And of course, here you are getting your karma. You got a queer baby, queer son. And, you know, I am not also going to enable the actions of a grown man sneaking into a 17-year-old's house. I just saw Hell's Kitchen, right? Beautiful production, beautiful vocals, beautiful choreo, beautiful gowns, beautiful, like everything was beautiful except for this one thing that I just couldn't get past, right? So the main character is loosely based off Alicia Keys. I don't know if it's loosely or not. I really truly don't know, so I really shouldn't say loosely. The main character, Allie, falls for a grown man. Grown man is initially told by Allie that she is older than what she is. Allie is 17. She says it during the first monologue. So this whole time I'm like, okay, so if Allie is sneaking off to school to see grown man, and grown man is working during school hours, he's either freshly out of high school and working full time, or he is a grown man for real. And so they fall for each other, fall in love, do, get caught. Grown man gets arrested for messing with Allie, who is 17. And then this is the crazy part. This is what gagged me. Allie's mother tells her to go make it right with grown man because Allie's mother feels guilty as a white woman having a black man arrested, who did not know that Allie was 17 until he was arrested and found out shortly before being arrested. And all that's fine. If it would have ended there and she would have been like, you know what, I need to apologize to this man because he did not know my child was 17, I would have been content. I would have had no notes. What gagged me was the fact that they shared a kiss after all of this information I just told you takes place in the musical. Still a great musical. I would love to be in it one day. I'm probably not because artists are extremely sensitive about this shit and I'm probably closing more doors just for having my opinion. However, if they were to just cut out the kissing scene, I'll be okay with it. Now, I have to also be real. This is based off Alicia Keys' life. So maybe this is a portion of her life that she lived, that she did not want diluted, that she did not want chipped at, that she did not want to be left up to interpretation. Because there are other moments within the musical where I'm like, okay, dramaturgically, this doesn't make sense if you want a rags to riches storyline, or, you know, the normal storyline that you see on Broadway plays. Like, Alicia Keys clearly had a rough relationship with her father, because it is not what I was expecting it to be in a Broadway musical. So I have to say this is art imitating life, because a lot of people, especially in the 90s, oh, everybody had a girl in high school. It's crazy. I remember in high school, there were a couple girls who would get picked up by some bigger names, by people who were reality stars, grown ass men. I'm not going to, spill anybody's tea, but I'm sure that still happens today. I mean, look at some of the celebrities of the past decade who are now billionaires and billionaires. They had older boyfriends. It was the norm in the 90s. So I'm like, I'm mad. I'm confused, more so mad, because I'm sitting next to my sister who's 13. I'm like, what is this teaching her? Her mother didn't say that she could end up with the boy. You are not supposed to be with this man, but they still shared a kissing scene after he finds out that she was 17 and she doesn't turn 18 during the play. So I'm like, we have to be clear on the messages that we're sending into the world, because there's a little 13 girl in the audience who's going to think from this one small kiss that it is okay to be with a grown man. And if my little sisters see this, one of them is about to be 18, so I can't do nothing, but to the one that's a baby, if I catch you with anything grown, man or woman, BTA. But I'm just not going to post it, okay? Because I don't have a degrading kink or a clout chasing kink out as well. So, it's such a layered topic. Disciplining your children, disciplining your queer children. Are people harder on their queer children than their straight children? Yes. Do people, including parents, have a clout drug issue? Yes. Do people have a degrade kink that I believe that they take out on their children? Yes. Are people fed up with capitalism and take it out on their children? Hell yes. I think all things can be true at the same motherfucking time. So I'm gonna wrap this portion up by telling y'all to stop being your kids' haters. Because to post your child on live, to post your child on the internet while you're disciplining, while you're beating on your child, is hateration. And some of y'all are your child's first hater. Call a spade a spade. Also, continue to beat them predators' ass. Now, I don't mind you beating a predator ass on live. I love Skeeter Jean. I love JDR. Even though I think they might be slightly homophobic. I'm doing my research on that before I say I love y'all. But protect the innocent, that's my girl. Protect that bitch, because she protecting the innocent. But everything else, I'm sorry. I'm never posting my child getting disciplined for the world to see. I'm just not. I'm sorry. I know I'm the oldest of four. I know I'm not a parent, but I don't know. That shit whack. That shit lame to me. Period. And that was originally going to be the end of this video. But then I wake up this morning, and I see a video of a mother in Chicago. Chicago, step in the chat, bitch. We got to talk about this shit. There is a mother, black mom, 2 kids, 1 boy, 1 girl. Apparently, she suffered from sickle cell, according to Chicago Media Takeout. And she's seen trying to walk her kids home. And she's getting vandalized by a group of look like maybe 15, 20 middle schoolers, some 6th to 8th graders. And eventually, they take the verbal assaults and bring it physical. And it's a very heart-wrenching video to see. It made me want to put BTA to everybody involved in that video. And you can hear the little girl crying and screaming once they start jumping her mom. And their mom is clearly not in the best state of mind, and it makes sense as why she, is having sickle cell, and she was really trying to be patient. She really was not trying to put her hands on nobody else's child. But in that instance, I'm sorry, you got to protect your babies. And eventually she did start swinging, but they're about the same size. I be forgetting, like, girls stop growing around the middle school age. So a lot of these 14, 13-year-old girls are the size of grown women. So it is physically an even match. And unfortunately, all them kids on that one lady, all them grown-ass girls, and some of them boys, they got the best of her. And they got the best of her children, too. And her children look like they were 5th graders. They look like baby themselves. So I'm like, why were middle schoolers messing with these babies and this mama who it was about the same size? Like, that shit was heartbreaking to see. And I'm glad to see the city of Chicago coming together, trying to investigate and put belt to ass on not even just the kids, but the parents, too. Now, my initial thought when I saw the video was like, all these houses that they're walking through, none of the neighbors heard the commotion and thought to like go outside and de-escalate. But then I'm like, okay, most people, if they are in the house during that time, because kids get at school around 2, 3 o'clock in Chicago. Most people from the ages of 24 to like 45, bitches is at work. Bitches not home. So I'm like, if people are home, they're older people, or people at home, they sleep because they work a night shift. So only thing you got, if anybody saw it, was senior citizens. And I'm like, senior citizens probably just seeing a bunch of kids fighting each other. They're probably scared to call the cops on a bunch of black kids fighting, because from afar, I would have thought it was just a bunch of kids fighting. Because like I said, the mama is about the same size as the kids. And the only thing that you could probably tell from afar that distinguished her from the kids was a slight belly bump and a slight height difference and a wig getting pulled off. Because I don't think kids is wearing wigs to school. Still, do they still do that? Maybe, child. I don't know. These kids bad as hell, grown as hell, bad as hell. But it was just so sad to see. And I'm like, I'm glad that they, all got up and hopefully got home. But like, all them babies need therapy. The mama gonna need therapy. That boy, please, y'all, community of that boy, surround him. Because he's gonna need so much therapy to hear his sister screaming, to know his mama getting jumping while he's getting beat on. I would have raised hell for the rest of my life. Like, please cover that boy so he is not filled with rage his entire life. Because that's some traumatizing shit to see at any age. But as a child, that shit is crazy. Moral of the story, get y'all kids together. Get y'all kids together. Get y'all kids. Stop being homophobic to your kids. Stop degrading your kids on live. Stop being a fucking kid yourself having kids. Get it together. Discipline your kids the right way. All them kids need their asses whooped. They all need in-school suspension, because fuck an out-of-school suspension. Now sit your ass in this classroom. No phone. No regular lunch. Y'all staying here the whole day to think about what you've done. Period. And y'all still getting y'all ass beat when y'all get home. No phone till y'all 18. And then when you 18, go get your own damn phone. These kids is evil. What the fuck? Baby. Hell no. Let that have been my mom. It's up and it's stuck like glue, stuck like a shake and go wig on an average bitch in the 80s. It's up. Okay. But that's all I have to say. Get your kids, look in the mirror, remind yourself of who you are or who you want to be. If you want to be that toaster, that Honda Civic, that Jeep Wrangler, that pair of Ray-Bans glasses, my unibrow is killing me. Be that. Yeah, you've been that. Until next time, baby. Peace and blessings.